Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Sanjana Mehta. In this presentation, we will look at the cybersecurity workforce, how cybersecurity practitioners are perceived, and what are the needs and challenges of the individuals and organizations working in this sector. We will discuss what we can do to make further positive progress in championing professional development and to create a more inclusive cybersecurity community. But first, for those of you who are not already a member and not familiar with us, here is a quick overview of ISC² and what we do. It's pretty simple. We're the world's largest association of cybersecurity professionals. We've been around for 30 years, and our mission is to inspire a safe and secure cyber world. We do this by helping cybersecurity professionals around the world affirm their knowledge in a broad range of cyber domains, while also providing them with continued learning throughout their careers. We are here to advocate for the profession and to be its voice when it comes to legislations and industry-level discussions on the role that cybersecurity plays in our lives. We have over 150,000 members in 175 countries working on the front lines of security to build programs and teams that protect our way of life. Cybersecurity profession faces many challenges, but even more opportunities. ISC²'s research team is focused on understanding the barriers that face cybersecurity practitioners, but also on uncovering solutions that position these talented individuals to succeed in their profession, better protect their organization's data, and surpass their career goals. Our research projects have investigated a broad array of topics, quantifying the cybersecurity workforce estimate and gap, understanding the representation of women and minorities in cybersecurity, investigating the management and leadership issues facing CISOs, CIOs, and more. This presentation draws from 3 research studies to take a look at the cybersecurity profession: ISC² Workforce Study, our Perception Study, and the latest research piece, the Cybersecurity Pursuer Study. We may perceive careers and the people who work in them in different ways. While we may not have worked as a bus driver, a supermarket cashier, a bricklayer, or a firefighter, we do have preconceived perceptions of these roles. A hooded figure hunched over a laptop is a stereotypical image of someone working in cybersecurity. It is also the stereotype most commonly portrayed in mainstream media, from news to films to TV shows. Fortunately, this age-old stereotype of cybersecurity professionals working in darkly lit environments and using suspicious hacking skills to root out cyber attacks is evolving, which is an essential change that the sector needs if we are going to encourage more young professionals to pursue a career in cyber. To illustrate this change in perception, we spoke to non-cybersecurity professionals. 71% of the individuals we surveyed said they see cybersecurity professionals as smart and technically skilled individuals. About half of the respondents said they view them as good guys fighting cybercrime, and a further 10% said they think of cybersecurity professionals simply as heroes. As for the profession itself, 69% of respondents admit it seems like a good career path, just not one that is right for them. Only 1% think it's a bad career path. Among all respondents, 29% are looking for a career change. And even though a solid majority of respondents view cybersecurity as a good career path, they're not drawn to it. So we have to ask, why is there a lack of interest within the potential cybersecurity talent pool in pursuing cybersecurity careers? Unfortunately, many people view the profession as having a high cost of entry, with 61% of the group we spoke to saying they believe they would need more education or would need to earn a certification before getting a cybersecurity job. Several factors are holding people back from considering cybersecurity, such as it requires too much technical knowledge or training. Other factors include don't know how to code, and the field is too intimidating. Now, the intimidation factor is more pronounced with women, with twice as many women than men reporting that they find the profession intimidating. More women respondents also tend to view the field as composed of mostly men. It is worth reiterating that the study was conducted during a period of growing unemployment and furloughing created by the COVID-19 pandemic. In this context, job stability is understandably highly valued by respondents, 61% in fact, outpacing other desired job attributes such as a flexible work environment, earning potential, and personal fulfillment. The good news is that many of the career attributes potential career changes say are important to them are actually available in the cybersecurity field. However, respondents appear more focused on other industries, such as education and healthcare, as you can see from the list on the screen. Now, the perceived need to go back to school and earn certifications could be justified in some cases, since a level of training may be necessary in particular sectors and specialisms. Nonetheless, the perception may be exaggerated and appears to be acting as a deterrent for some. Since only 11% of the group we interviewed rate themselves as having expert computer and mobile technology skills, it's possible that they may have a skewed expectation of how much training is actually required for a number of non-technical positions in the field. In reality, many cybersecurity teams are searching for a wider pool of skill sets to complement their technical staff, including those individuals who possess legal, risk, compliance, or communications knowledge, among other areas. Yet, when survey respondents were simply asked about the first thing that came to mind when they thought of the term cybersecurity, their responses included sentiments like, smart computer skills that I don't have, and I am not qualified to apply for the jobs. Asked about their perception of the cybersecurity profession, most respondents said it is shaped by portrayals in TV shows and movies or by news coverage of security incidents. In almost any procedural drama on television, there is one character who possesses uncanny technical abilities that enable them to hack a mainframe or decrypt databases with the ease of turning on a light switch to retrieve the key data that saves the day. The image is positive but distorted, possibly contributing to the perception of the need for highly specialized technical skills to do what appears on screen to be a superhuman job. Having looked at the perception of the workforce, let's look in a bit more detail at the actual metrics of the workforce and the gap between the active practitioner community and the number of roles that we estimate are needed to satisfy market needs. Our annual cybersecurity workforce study found approximately 3.5 million professionals are employed in cybersecurity from the 14 global economies we measured. The size of the global workforce has grown from 2.8 million in 2019 to 3.5 million in the last year. This slide shows the current cybersecurity workforce estimate for each country with the workforce gap below in parentheses. As you can see, the UK has about 366,000 cybersecurity professionals, with a gap of about 27,000 at the time of the study. What we continue to notice and be surprised by is the large numbers of skilled professionals and significant gap in Brazil and Mexico, in relation to Western European countries like the UK, France, and Germany. The global gap estimate for 2020 is 3.12 million. Using the workforce estimate of 3.5 million, we can estimate that the global workforce needs to grow by 89%. Interestingly, the shortage is not balanced worldwide. In Europe, we'd need to add 168,000 new trained cyber staff. In other regions like APAC, the increase needed is over 2 million, or a growth rate of 327%. Again, having talked about perception, let's look at some of the realities of who the cybersecurity workforce are. This year, 25% of our survey respondents were women. This is not a statistically valid measure of the percentage of women in the sector, just a useful observation of our respondent base. The highest percentage of respondents generationally are millennials, which is critical as boomers reach retirement age. Only 1% are Gen Z, though, which represents a challenge to keep an eye on. It is essential that we encourage more of the Gen Z group to enter the industry if we are to maintain, let alone close the gap. Not all security activities are performed by those with security titles. Our survey included not only those with formal cybersecurity titles and full-time security responsibilities, but also IT professionals whose job includes at least 25% of their time dedicated to cybersecurity tasks. Not all have IT degrees either. 20% come from engineering backgrounds, while 10% majored in business. While on the topic of certifications, these were the top 11 certifications held by participants. Not surprising, given the shift to remote work from home driven by COVID, cloud security was the top skill cyber professionals want to master within the next 2 years. Interest in cloud is always high, but this year was significantly higher than the past 2 years. 63% of the respondents said they're planning to pursue a cybersecurity certification in the next year, but who should be pursuing them? Our respondents feel that certifications are valuable for every level of cybersecurity team, from C-suite to those in the trenches. While the value is slightly higher for staffers and managers, 95%, than C-suite, around 84%, participants feel certifications will help C-suite develop and communicate security strategies. Additionally, the benefits of staff and leadership holding certifications were similar, and confidence was in the top 2 for both groups. We also asked individuals pursuing a career in cybersecurity what their motivating factors were. The ability to solve problems was the top reason. That was followed by it being a good fit for their skill set, interests, the high demand for skills, working in a continuously evolving field, and career advancement opportunities. Other motivations, such as potential for high compensation and job stability, ranked substantially lower. The compensation finding reflects past research we have carried out, showing that earning a high salary isn't a primary goal. It's possible cybersecurity professionals don't place too high a priority on compensation because high salaries are expected in the industry. This could also explain why job stability ranks low, since opportunities consistently outnumber skilled candidates, so stability is not a concern. While it's helpful to have these insights, most people want to know how the various issues affecting the cybersecurity workforce affects them, their organizations, and what to do about it. For HR executives, hiring managers, and recruiters, the question becomes, how do we find the talent to be able to fill needed roles in a cybersecurity job market that has 0% unemployment? We offer 3 strategies for building a cybersecurity dream team. Key to growing a strong cybersecurity workforce is making sure your organization offers both an appealing team to join and a rewarding place to stay. Show them there are career advancement opportunities for people of all backgrounds, races, and genders. Nurture and develop areas they say they want to grow in, like cloud computing security, risk assessment, compliance, and threat intelligence analysis. Help them overcome challenges by doing things like contributing towards the cost of cybersecurity certifications. Educate the rest of your organization about the importance of cybersecurity and the roles these people serve, and provide the opportunity to increase security awareness among end users. Set realistic parameters and expectations for who you're looking for, and you might be surprised by who you find. For instance, many searches require a bachelor's degree, but we know that not everyone currently in such roles holds a college degree. Don't overlook talented people based on that factor alone. Broaden the net and consider non-traditional candidates, such as career changers, or liberal arts graduates, or military veterans, etc. Also, when looking at past experience and titles, the research shows that many qualified recruits will have a title that is not specific to security. Now, they may have an IT background, wear many hats, work on cybersecurity initiatives, among other things. And if you limit yourself to only those with security titles on their resume, you are missing out. And also be realistic about the certification requirements. Now, that might sound strange for us to say working for ISC squared, but many entry-level or even mid-tier positions may be a perfect fit for candidates who don't yet have the years of experience required to earn a certification. Now, that doesn't mean they won't obtain those certifications once you hire them, as the study shows that they are driven to do so for a number of reasons. So yes, by all means, go after recent university graduates, people who have degrees relevant to cybersecurity, such as computer science and engineering. But also look for more seasoned professionals who may have previous cybersecurity work experience and understand cybersecurity concepts. Maybe they took a career break for one reason or another, and are not working full-time anymore. And what about augmenting your full-time staff with consultants and contractors? What about employees of security or hardware vendors, or employees at managed security service providers? And if the last year has shown us anything, it's that your talent pool can work virtually from nearly anywhere. Consider more work from home options for your cybersecurity teams. This widens the pool of candidates and may help attract non-traditional candidates to your organizations. So this brings me to the end of the presentation, where we have looked at the state of the cybersecurity workforce, how cybersecurity practitioners are perceived, what are the needs and challenges of those working in this sector. If these kind of industry insights interest you, please do visit our website and download our research reports. More insights are coming in the next few months. I thank you for your time and attention, and it's been my pleasure to share with you today. Thank you.